Hello everyone, welcome back to part 5 of my Lancer evolution build. In this episode we're going to start by using a little bit of Splash Paint's gunmetal metallizer to do some details for the interior. You can see here I'm just painting some of the trim on the door panels, on the dashboard, the shift knob, and on the seats. And here my favorite part, removing the tape to show the difference. Next, we're going to do some detail work with the Molotov Chrome paint pen. Next, we're going to use some Tamiya X7 gloss red to do a few more details, specifically the start button. Next, with some Tamiya X22 clear, we're going to start laying down some paint to put down the flocking powder for the carpet. Before doing this, I just did a quick Google image search to find out exactly where the carpeting starts and ends on this vehicle. And at a few spots where the flocking powder didn't stick that great, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little more on, pat it down, make sure it sticks. We're going to do the driver's side. Now I tend to lay these layers down pretty thick to make sure the flocking powder has something to stick to. Here I'm just using one of my Citadel brushes to get the excess flocking powder off from where it doesn't belong. And here I'm switching to a smaller brush because on the parcel shelf there's only a very few places where the carpet is. And here's the final result. There's still a few thin spots on here. I think I need to rethink a little bit of how I do this technique. I might buy some Humbrol oil paints. I know that my local hobby shop has them. I give that a try. That seems to work a little better. It seems the Tamiya paints just dry a little too quick and the flocking doesn't really have time to stick. Anyway, we're going to move on to the rear seat belts. So you can kind of see here, I pre-painted the plastic wrap around the end of the seatbelt buckle in semi-gloss black. I also drilled out the openings where the seatbelts pass through a little bit earlier. Now these seatbelts came with a detail up kit. They're basically sticky backed, but they didn't stick all that great, so I wound up using a little bit of super glue just to kind of supplement that. Now you can see here, I have already completed the other side. Here you can see we're installing the seatbelt buckles. I painted these semi-gloss black and went ahead and did the actual release with some Tamiya red. As you can see, they cooperated really well. And there's the rear seat belts completed. Next, we're going to move on to gluing in the rest of the center console pieces, including the parking brake cover, the armrest, and the shift lever. Next, we're going to glue in the seats. After the seats are glued in, we're going to glue in the front seatbelt buckles. And here we're going to start assembling the dashboard. And now the armrest. And I glued in the dashboard previously, and now we're going to work on these front seat belts. Front seat belts typically go into the B pillar, but once you get everything put together, it'd be impossible to do that. So I'm simply going to wrap them over the seat and then glue them down to the side of the door panels after we put those in. And here we're gluing in the door panels. And here we are gluing in the second door panel. And then when the door panel is glued in, we're going to glue down the seat belts. And as I said earlier, the sticky backing is making it extremely hard to even glue these seat belts down. And there's the end result. And that's it for this video. Next video, we should be going ahead and assembling the Lancer, and that should be the end of that, and then we can get on to our next build. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will always do my best to get back to every comment that's left. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and we will see you next time.